Hello and welcome to Myindia. I'm your host, Sarah Walsh. Amid shifting global alliances and rising geopolitical uncertainty, India is consolidating its role as a steady diplomatic actor. By deepening engagement with partners across regions, New Delhi is advancing its strategic, economic, and security interests while promoting stability and cooperation. This approach is evident in India's strengthened ties with the United Arab Emirates, Japan, and Poland, reflecting a multi-directional foreign policy spanning West Asia, the Indo-Pacific, and Europe. India's foreign policy momentum continues to gather pace as New Delhi deepens engagement across regions to protect national interests while contributing to global stability. From energy security in West Asia to strategic cooperation in the Indo-Pacific and expanding partnerships in Europe, India's diplomacy reflects balance and strategic clarity. This approach was on display as Prime Minister Narendra Modi welcomed UAE President Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan to New Delhi, where a warm exchange highlighted the close personal and political ties between the two leaders. The visit, set against shifting dynamics and multiple flashpoints in West Asia, underscored the strategic weight of the talks, with both sides reviewing progress in their economic partnership.
Following the signing of the Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement between the two countries in 2022, the bilateral trade has since crossed $100 billion. And in view of this, the two leaders decided to raise ambitions and look to double bilateral trade to $200 billion by 2032.
The UAE has long been one of India's key energy partners, a relationship reinforced during the visit with a long-term agreement for the annual supply of 500,000 metric tons of liquefied natural gas. The deal positions the UAE as India's second largest LNG supplier, strengthening New Delhi's energy security and economic resilience. India's diplomatic outreach also reached the Indo-Pacific with the visit of Japan's Foreign Minister Toshimitsu Motegi, highlighting the growing strategic convergence between the two countries amid shifting regional dynamics. Together, these engagements signal India's intent to deepen alliances and build resilient economic and security frameworks in an increasingly contested regional landscape.
The relationship today sees that our initiative of what we call Mahasagar, which is oceans in a way, and vision for the Indo-Pacific aligns closely with your free and open Indo-Pacific outlook.
日本が自由で開かれたインド太平洋ホイップを提唱してですね、今年で10年となります。インドはホイップ実現の重要なパートナーでありまして、インドとの連携重視をいたしております。
Poland's Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Radosław Sikorski met External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar in New Delhi to strengthen diplomatic and trade engagement.
We of course discussed pressing problems of our neighborhood, this neighborhood, global affairs, and you can guess what those subjects were. I want to assure you that Poland and India are countries that are interested in upholding the principles of international law.
Together, these high-level engagements underscored the depth and diversity of India's diplomacy. By strengthening partnerships across regions and sectors, India is emerging as a trusted partner, a bridge builder, and a stabilizing force in an increasingly uncertain world. As global markets grapple with uncertainty, India stands out at Davos for its steady growth, reform-driven momentum, and policy stability. With rising investor confidence and deepening India-US economic ties, India is emerging as a key engine of global growth and a top destination for long-term strategic investment. Take a look. As world leaders and business titans gathered at the World Economic Forum in Davos, India's reform-driven growth took center stage, underscoring its position as one of the fastest-growing and most resilient major economies. Investors highlighted how landmark reforms, from labor codes and GST simplification to energy transformation and opening nuclear energy to private participation, have strengthened economic fundamentals and boosted confidence. Echoing this optimism, U.S. President Donald Trump expressed confidence in the proposed India-U.S. trade deal, saying the two nations are going to have a good deal, while praising Prime Minister Narendra Modi as a trusted friend and global leader. Experts noted that the India-U.S. partnership now goes beyond trade, encompassing technology, investment, and people-to-people ties.
It's a complex environment, and I think both countries are talking to find a way to take the trade discussion forward. But I have to remind that the relationship between India and the US is not just about trade. It's much more broader. It's on people to people, it's on technology, it's on business investment between two countries. So I would say trade is one aspect, but I think if we can sort that out, it's going to get much more smoother.
Amid strong global interest, India is poised to become the world's third largest economy, powered by sustained growth and deep structural reforms. At the World Economic Forum, India also outlined its AI vision, focused on scale, economic viability, and strong techno-legal frameworks to ensure responsible, inclusive, and trusted innovation.
भारत को आज सारी दुनिया में एक ट्रस्टेड वैल्यू चेन पार्टनर की तरह देखा जा रहा है। इस टर्ब्यूलेंट, बहुत मुश्किल एनवायरनमेंट में सारे विश्व में जहां पर अनसर्टेनिटी है, वैसे में भारत को एक बहुत ही स्टेबल, अच्छी डेमोक्रेसी, वाइब्रेंट डेमोक्रेसी और एक सस्टेन्ड वे में ग्रोथ वाली इकोनॉमी के तरीके से देखा जा रहा है।
Industry leaders and global investors at Davos said India is increasingly seen as an attractive destination across both traditional and emerging sectors. From manufacturing and infrastructure to renewables, electric vehicles, and digital technologies, experts highlighted expanding opportunities and a favorable policy environment driving sustained investor interest.
India's story is intact. People's interest, corporate interest in India is very much alive. In fact, India remains the bright spot. 7% growth, newer areas are opening up. So I think that are the two things that I would take in account as happened.
Showcasing itself as one of the world's largest and most investment-ready clean energy markets at the World Economic Forum, India pitched for 300 to 350 billion USD in investments by 2030. India's central role in driving a clean and inclusive energy transition was underlined by strong participation from 9 states, including first-time attendees Assam and Jharkhand. On the sidelines of Davos, the Maharashtra government signed MOUs worth nearly 330 billion USD, with 83% of the proposals coming through foreign direct investment, deals that together have the potential to generate 3 million jobs.
ये जो इनोवेशन सिटी है और उसके साथ साथ जो डेटा सेंटर वगैरह है, इसके लिए टाटा सन्स ने $11 बिलियन का कमिटमेंट आज अनाउंस किया है और हमारी इस अनाउंसमेंट के बाद बहुत बड़े पैमाने पर अब जो अंतर्राष्ट्रीय निवेशक है उनमें इस सिटी में आने के लिए बातचीत शुरू हुई है। तो मुझे लगता है कि देश की पहली इनोवेशन सिटी ये मुंबई के पास हम लोग बनाने जा रहे हैं।
From reforms and resilient growth to clean energy leadership and digital ambition, India's strong showing at Davos reinforced its rise as a global growth engine. Backed by policy stability and investor trust, India is positioning itself as a long-term partner in shaping the world's economic future. Amid growing global unrest, a quiet message of peace and harmony emerged from Orisha's Udayagiri. The second annual festival of Guru Padmasambhava at the Diamond Triangle brought together nearly 2,000 Buddhist monks from 17 countries, united in prayer and reflection, gently reaffirming India's enduring spiritual tradition of compassion, unity, and hope for a more peaceful world.
At a time when the world is witnessing conflict and unrest, India once again echoed a message of peace rooted in its ancient spiritual legacy. The second annual festival of Guru Padmasambhava, revered as the second Buddha, was recently celebrated at the sacred Diamond Triangle in Udayagiri, Odisha. People from across the world came together to celebrate the event, paying tribute to Guru Padmasambhava in harmony and peace.
पूरी दुनिया में विश्व शांति, ये तो हमारे फर्स्ट वही है दुआ, क्योंकि आजकल अभी समय बहुत खराब है, सभी देशों में बहुत खराब समय चल रहा है और बाहर का सिर्फ नहीं है, अंदर मन की इतना तनाव और इस तरह की बहुत सारे डिस्टर्बेंसेस चल रहा है, उसको हम शांति के लिए पूजा करेंगे। और यहाँ से हम फिर ये भी मैसेज देना चाहते हैं कि धर्म एक पीस के लिए बना हुआ है।
The grand spiritual gathering also saw the participation of nearly 2,000 Buddhist monks from 17 countries, united in prayer, meditation, and reflection. According to the studies, Guru Padmasambhava was born in Odisha and attained Mahaparinirvana at Udayagiri, elevating the site's sacred significance in Buddhism.
ये जो आप लोग जितना भी जगह है साइट है, पहले अभी 6-7 सेंचुरी से बुद्धिस्ट का जो ज़्यादा था, मेजोरिटी बोलेंगे तो ज़्यादा ये था, क्योंकि वो पहचानता कि बुद्धिस्ट में भी क्या होता है, हिनायाना, महायाना, वज्रयाना होता है ना, तो ये साइड का ज़्यादा जैसा वज्रयाना जो था, जितना भी बुद्धिस्ट का जो अभी वज्रयाना का साइड का जो तिब्बत में जो दिया था, सब यहाँ से चला दिया बोल के वो लोग का जो ऐसा मान रहा है, वहाँ जो हम लोग जो पहले मास्टर लोग है ना, वो वही मान रहा है।
As monks from diverse nations came together in silent prayer, the message from Udayagiri resonated far beyond borders. Faith as a bridge, spirituality as strength, and peace as humanity's shared hope.
Now, let's delve into World in Focus, featuring the latest global developments and events shaping our world.
Crowds filled the aisles of Egypt's 57 Cairo International Book Fair over the weekend, with exhibitors highlighting how children showed deep engagement with the books displayed. Visitors, including young readers, were browsing books and flipping through pages, while exhibitors said the enthusiasm of children reflected how a culture of reading was being passed down within families. Perhaps the most striking thing was that many Egyptian children approached us as soon as they saw the flag, bringing their families along to see the latest publications, said Naji Al-Naji, cultural advisor of the Palestinian embassy in Cairo, speaking from the Palestinian pavilion in the fair. The 57th Cairo International Book Fair runs until February 3, bringing together more than 1,450 exhibitors from Egypt and abroad. According to the Egyptian Ministry of Culture, the event attracted more than 450,000 visitors on Saturday, January 24 alone. Chinese mythological beings and horses lit up a lantern festival in China's southwestern city of Zhejiang to celebrate the upcoming Lunar New Year of the horse, which starts on February 17. Dazzled onlookers gazed upon the sparkling lanterns at night in the park, with more than 200 handmade lanterns featuring animals, mythological beings and scenes from Chinese culture. More than 1,200 workers took weeks to construct the lanterns, including a 210-meter-long mythological creature Kunpeng and a 180-meter-long Chinese heroine Mulan. The Lantern Festival has a history of over 1,000 years in Zhejiang in the Chinese province of Sichuan. The Zhejiang Lantern Festival will run for at least another 5 weeks until the Xuanqiu Festival, a carnival day that marks the end of the Lunar New Year. Taylor Swift, 36, will become the second youngest songwriter ever inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame, joining the ranks of Stevie Wonder, who was 33 when he was inducted in 1983, the organization announced. The honor places the super pop star winner of the 14 Grammys among the most celebrated songwriters across generations. Swift will be inducted alongside Alanis Morissette, Kenny Loggins and Kiss bandmates Paul Stanley and Kenny Simmons, with the ceremony set for June 11 at the Marriott Marquis Hotel in New York City, the organization announced on CBS Mornings. Established in 1969, the Songwriters Hall of Fame requires that inducted songwriters have a notable catalogue of songs to qualify for induction 20 years after the first commercial release of a song. The Bad Blood singer has won 4 Grammy Album of the Year awards. Her latest release, The Life of a Showgirl, sold more copies than any other album in the modern era during its first week of release, according to Billboard, which cited data from Luminate, a firm that tracks music sales. In May 2025, Swift announced that she bought her music rights, officially reclaiming ownership of all her master recordings, including her first 6 albums. Later that year, Swift's record-breaking Eras tour spawned a concert film and a 6-part documentary series that chronicles the success of the tour on Disney+.
Across India, nearly every major city is a treasure trove of cultural heritage, historic monuments, and local cuisine, drawing both domestic and international tourists. Today, we take you to Amritsar, a sacred city in North India, renowned for its spiritual aura and vibrant traditions. Home to the iconic Golden Temple and located near the India-Pakistan international border, Amritsar offers a unique blend of devotion, history, and culture that captivates every visitor. Amritsar, a city where history, spirituality, and culture converge. Near the India-Pakistan border, the city blends centuries-old traditions with modern growth. Narrow lanes lead to bustling markets, while new buildings reflect change, creating a timeless yet evolving charm. At its heart lies the Golden Temple, known as Sri Harmandir Sahib, a sacred Sikh site drawing over 1.5 lakh devotees daily. Here, faith shines through compassion, service, and the serene waters of the holy pond, making Amritsar a city of devotion, peace, and unforgettable beauty.
I think the beauty of Punjab is the inclusion of all the religion. That's what I was so inspired of. There is no rubbish, there is no trash on the street. Everyone is so clean, and then, how can I say, yeah, and everyone seems so proud of their culture. That is also really good.
Just beyond the sanctum, devotion finds its most tangible expression through selfless service. Inside the world's largest community kitchen, thousands of hands move in quiet harmony. Meals are prepared, served, and shared with a simple yet profound belief: no one should leave hungry. Gigantic cooking vessels, endless rows of plates, and volunteers offering selfless service with humility turn this kitchen into a living testament to equality and human dignity. Every day, over 100,000 people are fed here, without distinction of background, faith, or status, making service itself a sacred act.
ਸਵੇਰ ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਵੇਲੇ ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਰਾਤ ਦੇ ਟਾਈਮ ਤੱਕ ਲਗਭਗ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਦਿਨ 'ਚ 1 ਲੱਖ ਦੇ ਨੇੜੇ ਡੇਲੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਆ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਰੋਜ਼ਾਨਾ ਲੱਖਾਂ ਦੀ ਗਿਣਤੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੰਗਤ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਾਦਾ ਸਕਦੀ ਆ। ਸੋ ਲਗਭਗ ਗਰਮੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ 100 ਕੁਆਂਟਲ ਦੇ ਨੇੜੇ ਤੇੜੇ ਆਟਾ ਪੱਕਦਾ, ਤੋਂ 35 ਕੁਆਂਟਲ ਦਾਲ ਬਣਦੀ ਆ ਡੇਲੀ। ਸੋ ਸਰਦੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਮੌਸਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਆਟਾ ਆ ਉਹ ਲਗਭਗ 60 ਤੋਂ 70 ਕੁਆਂਟਲ ਦੇ ਨੇੜੇ ਤੇੜੇ ਪੱਕਦਾ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਬੜੀ ਸਰਧਾ ਨਾਲ ਇੱਕ ਕਤਾਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੈਠ ਕੇ ਹੀ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦਾ ਪਾਣੀ ਛਕਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ। ਕੋਈ ਸਟੇਟ ਦਾ, ਕੋਈ ਰੰਗ ਦਾ, ਕੋਈ ਜਾਤ ਪਾਤ ਦਾ ਕੋਈ ਭੇਦਭਾਵ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ। ਸੰਗਤਾਂ 24 ਘੰਟੇ ਸੱਚਖੰਡ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਹਰਿਮੰਦਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਵਿਖੇ 24 ਘੰਟੇ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦਾ ਪਾਣੀ ਚੱਲਦਾ।
Beyond its spiritual heart, Amritsar reveals layers of history and life. Ancient structures whisper tales of courage and sacrifice, while the city's newer corners hum with ambition and growth. As evening falls, the city pulses with anticipation at the Attari border, India's only land gateway to Pakistan. Crowds gather, flags in hand, hearts racing. Then the beating retreat begins. Sharp commands, synchronized boots, disciplined precision. Patriotism becomes tangible as the flags descend and gates close, leaving eyes misty and spirits soaring. It is not just a ceremony, it is a living tribute to sacrifice, unity, and national pride.
और हमारे जो सोल्जर्स हैं उनको देख के आज बहुत आई फील वेरी प्राउड ऑफ देम। आई फील वेरी प्राउड। मतलब हर एक ने ज़िंदगी में, हर एक भारतीय ने ज़िंदगी में एक बार तो यहाँ पे आके ये जो गर्मी, ये जोश जो है, ये जुनून जो है वो महसूस करना चाहिए।
हम यहाँ पंजाब आए थे वाघा बॉर्डर देखने के लिए। हमें यहाँ बहुत अच्छा लगा देख के, और एक भक्ति भावना की एकदम जोश देख अच्छा था, बहुत अच्छा देखने लायक था। और मैं कहती हूँ कि सारे जो भी राजस्थान के हमारे वो है, राजस्थान से नागौर जिले के, जो भी जोधपुर जिले से यहाँ आए, जरूर देखें, यहाँ पे बहुत अच्छा है।
Amritsar is also famous for its rich, flavorful food and traditional Punjabi cuisine, deeply rooted in heritage and hospitality. At the legendary Kesar Dadaba, generations-old recipes fill the air with irresistible aromas and warmth. Each dish tells a story, where food is not just a meal, but an expression of culture, memory, and identity served on a plate. From sacred prayers and selfless service to stirring patriotism and soulful flavors, Amritsar is not just a destination. It is an experience that touches the heart, strengthens identity, and stays with you long after you leave. Kite flying is a cherished passion in many parts of the world. In India, it is closely woven into festivals and special occasions, symbolizing joy, seasonal change, and community spirit. Today, we take you to Gujarat, where the sky burst into color and thousands of vibrant kites filled the horizon. Ahmedabad transformed into a vibrant kaleidoscope of tradition and heritage as the sky dazzled with colorful kites of every shape and size during the International Kite Festival. Rooftops and open grounds became lively arenas where families gathered with reels of string and elders passed down time-honored kite-flying techniques: cut, loosen, pull, and attack to the younger generation. The festive spectacle drew both locals and visitors from around the world, giving the celebration a distinctly global spirit.
I came here for the kite festival and I really enjoy India because India is so warm and grateful.
It's really a big kite festival, bigger in my life. It is my second kite festival in my life, but first in India. I'm so happy to be here. It's so really nice people.
German Chancellor Friedrich Merz joined Prime Minister Narendra Modi at the festival, underscoring its role beyond celebration as a platform for cultural diplomacy and people-to-people ties. The event brought together 135 international kite flyers from 50 countries, alongside participants from across India and Gujarat, transforming the skies with giant dragon kites, intricate designs, and cultural motifs. Beyond kite flying, the festival came alive with folk music, dance, and vibrant cultural performances.
We are invited of the government for representing to Argentina. And we are so blessed and so grateful. Our love guides.
Held each year in mid-January, the festival marks the end of winter and the arrival of longer days, coinciding with Makar Sankranti and the sun's transition into Capricorn. Beyond celebration, it sustains livelihoods. Gujarat produces nearly 65% of India's kites, supporting a 72 million USD industry and over 130,000 artisans and vendors.
અહીંયા જમાલપુર પતંગ બજારમાં અમદાવાદમાં દુકાન છે. અહીંયા બહુ દુકાન લાગે છે અને મેન બજાર અહીં છે. અહીંથી પતંગ બનીને બધા અમદાવાદમાં જાય છે, બહારગાંવ જાય છે. ગુજરાતમાં પૂરા એરિયામાં અહીંયા સુધી કે હૈદરાબાદ સુધી અમને પતંગની સિઝન હોય છે. 14 જાન્યુઆરી જ હોય છે. જયપુર છે, હૈદરાબાદ સુધી અહીંયા બધી પતંગ વેચાણ જાય છે. બનીને અહીંયાથી વેચાણ કરે છે અને એમાં શું છે કે बहुत मानसों ने रोजी रोटी चाले जामा.
मैं अभी दिल्ली से आता हूँ 2 महीने के लिए. पूरी फैमिली है और कारीगर अनेक जगह के होते हैं. कलकत्ता हो, कानपुर हो और तुम्हारे नखलऊ हो, ये सब जगह के लोग इकट्ठे होकर यहाँ पे आके काम करते हैं.
More than a festival, the global celebration reflects India's rich cultural heritage and openness to the world, capturing the timeless human urge to look up, celebrate together, and let dreams soar freely across shared skies. From a simple thread to soaring colors, kite flying in Gujarat is more than a spectacle. It celebrates tradition, joy, and togetherness, as vibrant skies mark new beginnings and reflect a community spirit that unites generations. And with that, we wrap up today's episode of Myindia. I'm your host, Sarah Walsh, and we'll see you next week at the same time. Goodbye and take care.